Hi everyone, this is Addison Whitney, and today in this presentation, I'm going to be answering the first CCR question: how does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? In my cover page of my magazine, I would say I mostly use conventions you would see in a sports magazine. However, I also challenge some. In my cover page, I used a striking, action-packed image. This is one of the main things that all sports magazines have, so it was important to include. The image also had very bold and bright colors, a significant feature in all sports media. The masthead is in a bold color and font to draw the reader's attention to it, as most magazines include. With the picture being from above, the symmetry on the court results in a very engaging image that draws readers in and brings their attention to the word pickleball, which is another convention. The fonts are all clear and easy to read, while also being bold and fun so that it still feels like a casual read about sports. I included engaging headlines to get the interest of the readers and garner their interest in the topic. Although my masthead is big and bold at the top of my page, it is not the biggest text featured on the magazine. This challenges the usual feature of the masthead being the biggest thing on the page. I also used a different font for every headline I wrote. I did not want it to look boring, so I chose ones that worked well together. I did not use a profile image of a popular sports figure, as most sports magazines do. I wanted the focus of the magazine to be about pickleball itself rather than just a player's perspective. In the table of contents, I would say I both challenged and used conventions of a sports magazine. However, I would say that it does challenge them more. The title of the magazine was big and bold letters that show the brand off and link it to the cover page. The page numbers were written next to each section heading so that navigating the magazine is made easier for the audience, something most magazines have. It includes an image that draws the readers in and enhances the visual appeal of the magazine. The layout is simple and easy to read, so readers have a pleasurable reading experience. Most sports magazines group the section heading together, for example, features or news. However, I simply wrote what would be on each page rather than grouping them. I found this to be a little easier to read. The magazine simply says what is on the page. It does not offer a description of what it means. I thought that this made the process a little easier for readers and also garnered more interest, since they wouldn't know what is on each page and would have to go there to find out. The page has a very large image that takes up a whole side, while most sports magazines only include smaller images. I did this because I liked the way it looked and the layout it produced, since it still felt simple. Some sports magazines provide contact information or extra content on the page. However, I chose not to because I don't think it fits in with the vibe I was going for and would make more sense to put it somewhere else, such as at the end. In the double-page spread I created, it both uses and challenges conventions of a sports magazine. However, I think the uses outweigh the challenges. I used a big dominant picture on the left page, which is something most sports magazines include as well. The content is divided into about 4 different sections of reading, something that a lot of magazines do. This keeps the content short and digestible for readers so their interest isn't lost. The color scheme is still teal and purple, consistent with the rest of the magazine. This makes it visually pleasing and improves the overall style of it. The use of graphics and statistics is commonly featured in sports magazines, and something I also included. It makes it feel more full and fun rather than just words. It also helps to highlight key information and draw attention to these points. Secondary images are also shown throughout the spread to add details and pull the attention away from just the content on the page. I also used answers from an interview with the player on the page. This helps to connect with a real-life player's thoughts and makes it feel more relatable. I did not include a byline in the magazine as most magazines do. There is no main story on the page as it is all divided up, so this challenges the usual convention of having a main article. I did not include an introductory paragraph to the spread, which most magazines have, because I did not feel it was necessary. I did not use a drop cap or a large capital letter in the beginning of the paragraph, because I did not think it matched the vibe of my spread and might have been too extra for what I already have. When it comes to the representation of social groups, my magazine was very full. The magazine showcases a variety of races, genders, and hobbies. For example, the main image in the double-page spread shows a young male that is Hispanic and African American and dressed in a baseball uniform, while on the table of contents, a young Caucasian girl is featured. This represents the large range of people that can play a sport such as pickleball. It does not matter how old you are or where you came from, because the sport is simple to learn and fun to play. And this magazine highlights that. However, I would say that the magazine itself does attract teenagers or younger people due to the bright colors and fun pictures. I wanted the magazine to be for people that don't already know how to play or want to learn, in addition to those who know how but want a better idea of what the rules are or what equipment they should buy. The sport itself can address the issue of sports inclusivity, as many sports are lacking the diversity that pickleball excels from. It also is a good way to show the growing popularity of the sport, as it is currently rising rapidly every day. I hope you enjoyed and thank you for watching.